כבודו מלא אור, כבודו מלא אור, כבודו מלא אור, ישרסו שויאלים זה כבודו מלא אור, כבודו מלא אור, כבודו מלא אור, ישרסו שויאלים זה לזה thank you so much for joining us tonight. I want tonight, Be'ez Hashem, to be a night of CAY, screaming it out, CAY Mekom Kvodo. It's never, ever, ever easy to leave home, ever. It's never, ever easy leaving your mishpacha. But it's especially really, really not easy to be away from home right now. Not just for me, I know for all of us. For all of us, I'm not just talking about myself. So let's sing this one more time. all the way here, Crown Heights to Yerushalayim. Kevodo, Maleona, Kevodo, Maleona, Kevodo, Maleona, Mishasa, Shoyalim Zelazeh. Yashir Koach, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us. Can you hear out there? Can you hear on the sides? It's okay? All right, my name is Shlomo, and I'm beyond happy and honored and humbled to have this opportunity to spend Tet Zayin Ram Cheshvan with all of you here. This is a very, very, very special night. You know, for many of us in Eretz Yisrael, okay. For many of us in Eretz Yisrael, and the truth is not just in Eretz Yisrael. Tonight's like, you know, you have Elul, you have Rosh Hashanah, you have Aseret Yemei Tshuva, then you have Yom Kippur, Sukkot, Chol Hamoed, Shana Rabbah, Simchas Torah. It's like the build-up Shmini Atzeres, but really it's the build-up towards Tet Zayin Ram Cheshvan. It's a big yantiv. It's a tremendous yantiv. It's a yantiv that's so many people sincerely miss someone that they never knew. And even those of you who are zocher to know, by now everyone knows that no one had any idea what he was. No one had any idea. Nobody. Maybe 2 or 3 people in his family. No one knew. Absolutely no one. And the more that we're going through his Torahs, we realize this Yidla was a sod. He was a secret. He was an absolute secret. And a lot of the formation of this secret actually took place right here, a few blocks away. Because everyone knows that the Frierdiker Rebbe and the Rebbe gave Reb Shlomo a new neshama. Those are his words, not mine. He said that. But the Rebbe gave him a new neshama. So even though tonight is a Yurtzeit, I know that if he was here and he'd ask any of us to sing a nigun, he'd want to hear one of our own nigun. So we'll go back and forth the whole time. But just want to say something. Every nigun I have ever had the privilege of receiving, anything, absolutely everything, is in his schus. So every word tonight, every tear, every semcha, everything should be a schus leilui nishmaso Marino Reb Shlomo Reb Naftali and Pesi and schus yagin aleinu v'akol am Yisrael. And he should knock on heaven's door stronger than ever to stop the insanity that's taking place back in Eretz Yisrael. Absolutely stop it. Oy, 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 There was once a very, very sweet Yidla. His name was Rabbi David Zeller. Many of you have heard of him. He's an incredible Jew. Passed away about 8 years ago, 9 years ago. He was, like Reb Shlomo says, one of the first karbanos, right, in the 60s in Berkeley. And he said the world is divided, everyone knows the world is divided to BC and after C, right? You're thinking, you're talking like this, like you're mushpa from next door. He said, the world is divided before Carlebach and after Carlebach. And so it's endless. But there's just one nekuda, is that there's no such thing as after Carlebach. This is it. Like, this ruach, this is This is the base of English. It's no turning back from here. This is it. The revolution, this is it. It's a matter of seconds. Seconds. Buttons. It's all done. So let's just still go back to Yom Kippur. On the holiest day of the year, the holiest man in the world would go into the Kodesh Kodashim, the holiest place in the world, and he would say, Shem Hashem, Imafoida. koili משתחווים ומוידים ונפלים על פניהם היו koili ומשתחווים ומוידים ונפלים Everyone, wow.
Great job, Shia. Everybody on the internet, you hear that? She's doing a great job.
Such a great job.
Shia, I think you got it now.
Amongst all the things I have to be thankful for, I realized that most of my Judaism. I know my wife because of my Rebbe, but I have so many friends. Most of my best friends in the world are all friendships that were established really through the passion that we share for Reb Shlomo's Torah. The Nigunim, everyone knows, is absolutely secondary. And we have the schus of learning Reb Shlomo's Parish and the Torah every single week in Eretz Yisrael. We have the schus of doing it live, streaming live, going over it afterwards. And a few of my really close chaverim that I get to learn with over the ocean are the ones who really put tonight together. So I want to give a big thank you, big thank you to Shua. The biggest thank you in the world, and to his Rebbetzin Yocheved for allowing him to do it, and to my dear Chaver Yosef. Really, Mamish, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
And to everyone else who made it out over here. On the way here, on the way here, I was listening to Reb Shlomo talking about something that really bothered him. And this maybe gives a glimpse into what kind of a neshama we're speaking about. Well, first of all, my friend one time called. She saw him walking down the street in Yerushalayim, in like these alleyways where I guess the voice, there's a lot of echo in the streets. And she said, Shlomo! It probably sounded great just like that. It's Shlomo! And he went like this. He looked up. You have to understand the kind of person we're talking about. He looked up. Who looks up? Who looks up? We're looking like this all day long, right? He looked up. He really looked up. We'll talk more about him, but I actually want to invite another chaver. Shlomo is, everyone knows Rashi Tevis Mizmor Shili on the Shabbos. And I want to invite another dear chaver of mine, Shlomo Gezen. Not the time to be humble now. Come here. So a few months. First of all, you all know that there's a few heterim to still be in Chutz La'aretz, right? One of them is that listening to this voice is a heter because it keeps you in Yerushalayim. But a few months ago, how long ago was it when you came over? About 2-3 months ago, Shlomo came over to our house in Efrat. And by the way, I checked this with my wife before I say this. It's gotten me in trouble before, but our Shabbos table is waiting for all of you. All of you, really? Please join us. So Shlomo came over for a regular, Tuesday night dinner, doing beautiful drawings with my daughters, with my little girls. And we went to the other room, and we wrote a little nigun together. It was Elul. So, do you remember it? Okay, I remember it, so we'll start it, and we'll see where we go. Sing with us. So you all know that there's a story behind every single nigun.
Yep.
So I wanted to share with you quickly the stories behind one of the nigunim that Everyone knows, the whole world knows. And one of Reb Shlomo's first jobs, if you want to call it, I don't know what that means, but his first gigala, like he'd call it, was being as an assistant rabbi in a shul in an area called Dorothy, New Jersey. Anyone been to Dorothy, New Jersey? He was barely there either. It was a very short-lived job. But listen to this amazing thing. He said that every Wednesday night, this is 1957, every Wednesday night, he would gather all the newlyweds, the young Jewish couples in the area, and he would basically teach them, they know Gornish and Gornish, they didn't know anything about Yiddishkeit. But he would basically teach them the basics. Can you imagine how much rebellion would be avoided if the whole Welt learned Yiddishkeit 101 from the Shlomo? You know? There's actual sweetness in a cheder, you know? Baruch Hashem, I'm doing tshuva right now over it all over the world. So the Shlomo said that every Wednesday night they would blow their minds. They never heard of such concepts. So one Wednesday night, the Shlomo gets approached by one of the women. And he says, Rabbi, can I talk to you for a few seconds after the shiur tonight? So he says, of course, come up with me right after the shiur. So the shiur was over, and the woman said to Reb Shlomo, listen, Reb Shlomo, I cannot begin to tell you what these shiurim are doing to me and my husband. It's changing our lives. It's giving us so much meaning. It's making us feel alive. But I have to tell you something, and you have to promise me not to tell anybody else. So he said, I promise, which is kind of weird if I'm sharing it with you now, 60 years later, right? But you'll see why. You'll see why. Because this woman said to Reb Shlomo, it's 1957, she said, you have to promise me not to tell my husband. But they just found the macha, the illness in me. The doctor says I only have 3 months to live. So Reb Shlomo started tearing. He said, darling, what could I do for you? So she says, listen, the little that I've been learning from Yeshurim, I realized I want one thing, and one thing only, to make sure that it takes place before Chas v'Shalom I die. I said, sure. Please, can you come to our house tomorrow and kasher our kitchen, so I at least know that I'm not leaving my husband with a treifah kitchen. So he said that at that moment, there was such a his'irus, there was such an awakening. He felt such an eis ratzon. That, can you imagine how they're looking down from Shemayim at that moment? At that moment, this woman was about to die. This is what she cares about? This is what she's asking? So, everyone knows Reb Shlomo's, his first instrument was really violin. His second instrument was piano, and only then the guitar came much later. But he played beautiful, beautiful piano. We have, Baruch Hashem, many recordings of him sitting, playing waltzes for hours on the piano. He said there was a piano in the room where this whole Maisa took place. And he went to the piano, and he said at that moment, he felt that if this doesn't bring Mashiach closer, he doesn't know what does. And this is the nigun that came down at that second, when this woman asked him to kasher the kitchen. Ayu bisnepe Ilame yachanim Simcha yatzecha Oynasasa yerecha Oyutzmi There was another stabbing mamish 5 minutes from my house today. I'm begging you all right now to scream Simcha la'atzecha like you never asked for it before. The matzav is retarded. It's ridiculous. There needs to be Simcha and Sasan back in Chutzas Yerushalayim. Because when we're not happy there, don't kid yourselves. No one's happy anywhere. It's oxygen for the whole world. So again, everyone, please, for my 3 daughters' sake, please daven like you never davened before for the Simcha Eretz Yisrael. We Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So, everyone sing. Oh yeah, yeah. Shlomo, thank you so much for being here. I have a big yesher koach also to my dear friend Hudi Kowalski over here. Playing with me, doing the sound. So we're going to stay in Yerushalayim. Is that okay for a few more minutes? Please sing with me. ובני ירושלים
7 people. 7 people are in? Okay.
ירושלים ירושלים You know, the night before Reb Shlomo got married, it was December 1972. Yidafka went to the mikveh here around the corner, here in Conrads. This is where he came to Title before his wedding. And the hiskashus that one Yidla could have, so many tzaddikim, is startling. You know, let's be honest. You ask a Breslover, was Reb Shlomo Breslover? He said, Vada, of course. He himself said, right? You have to have 2 Rebbes. You have to have Reb Nachman, and then you have to have your Rebbe. And then when he was asked, so who's your Rebbe? He said, shh, also Reb Nachman. He said, but you know how close he felt to the Moshe Rebbe? You know how close he felt to the Bober Rebbe? And of course, the Heilige Kodesh Kadoshim, the Frierdiker Amshim the Rebbe. How does one neshama feel so close? That's crazy. He felt so close to the Moshe Rebbe, just like he felt close to the homeless brother that lived on 79th Street. You know, I have this theory. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Who cares? It's just my theory. That every single word that Reb Shlomo said was a completely subconscious autobiography. He would never obviously say that this is how I feel, that this is how I live, because he was so removed from himself. They say, you know, what's mishutaf between the Havdil, between Shlomo and Jerry? You gotta bring all the names here tonight, huh? So you know, Jerry, Lahavdil, obviously the most bootleg recorded artist, just like Reb Shlomo. And the problem was with him is that he had no ego. Lahavdil, right? When you talk about Reb Shlomo and talk about the Torahs that he was sharing, if for 1 second he had a machshava that he could be talking about himself, like people you would understand that he's thinking about himself, he would never say a word. But he's so far removed from it. So far removed from it. Every year in the Yurtzeit, what becomes clearer and deeper is that this concept, Carlebachianism, or whatever you want to call it, by now everyone knows you could know every nigun, you could even know every Torah. But if you're not machmir on Arvus Yisrael, like you're machmir in Hilchos Shabbos, You're nothing. You're nothing. You're absolutely nothing. If you're not machmir and getting to discover the dreams that Hashem has for you, just like you make sure that you know exactly what time Benchlicht is, then you're living 100 years ago, but you're not living today. It's becoming so much more clearer and clearer and clearer. Like my friend Alon from the Moshav always, who told me before? You came up to me, right? By Alon Bishams. My friend Alon said, everyone thinks Reb Shlomo walked around eating sweet, cute vartels. You know, he was probably the biggest Baal Musar ever. Because if you can hear his Torahs, and not feel like it's Musar to get your own act together, you're not hearing what he's saying. You're just not hearing what he's saying. But Musar, received with sweetness, is the only language we can really understand today. How many of us in this room, be honest, how many of us in this room, you don't have to raise your hand, you can just answer in your own heart. How many of us in this room are one with the Torah, and it's not, unfortunately, because the way we were brought up. It's because we had to, like a boomerang, go in and out of it until at a certain point you hear that one nigga and you hear that one Torah and you're taken captive. You're done. There's no going back. Nothing. I knew this friend of mine wouldn't keep Shabbos for his life. One time I played for him this, just the first few minutes of the famous it's just an intro to Baruch Nafshi, 1971 in Vienna. My friend said he would machal every single thing you could imagine in the book. But he would go to shul every Friday night and close his eyes when everyone would daven. In his mind, in his heart, he would just sing. Bum, 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 bum. Taken in captivity. The one place, like Reb Shlomo said, if I'm strongest on two things in the world, he said it's Shabbos and it's Yerushalayim. I try to bring Shabbos everywhere I go, and I try to make Yerushalayim more alive in everyone's heart. So we started all this by saying how close he felt to all the tzaddikim. My friends know that one of my favorite Torah is that when we say Uvnei Yerushalayim, Ir HaKodesh, Ir in Hebrew means city, but Ir also comes from the word Leha'ir with an ayin. Hisayri, to wake up. To wake up. That's why you could feel so dead and shvach, but you come to Yerushalayim, and suddenly something like the Alter Rebbe talks about, the Ahava and the Soter, something inside of you, this embedded love, this love that was hidden, just wakes up. Why? Because Yerushalayim is Ir HaKodesh, it's Me'ir. It awakens the Kedusha that's been shlufing inside of you. So a lot of people are walking around in a self-induced coma these days, all over the world. So I just want to sing one nigun, and I believe very strong will just wake us all up. And it's not my nigun, it's not Reb Shlomo's nigun. I just started recording it 2 years ago. And I'm trying to sing it wherever I go. To something that we know Chazal say, and we have no idea what it means. We think En Simcha Kater Sasvekas means that, and it should be a big bracha for everyone in here that's looking for the zivug to just find it without Svekas. Svekas should be removed. Those of us that got married, should never be a suffix that a zivug ever. You should be screaming Amen right now to that one. So everyone thinks that when I have a lot of shalas about something, and then I finally make a decision, and I remove doubt from my life, that's the greatest simcha in the world. And it is to a certain extent. In fact, Chazal say, the Shiva Lashonos of simcha, Kol Sasan, that has to do with when you remove doubt, what a simcha is. But Rav Ginsburg says, if you think about life, every single minute is a suffix. Because you never ever know what's about to take place. You never ever know how today is going to be. You never ever know how the next communication with someone is going to go. You never know how the following Shabbos is going to be. You never know anything. Every second of our lives is a suffix. Says Rav Yitzchak. There's no greater simcha when you just accept that's what Ribono Shel Olam had in mind when he created this world. And you let yourself live with space. Ein simcha ka'ataras space. The greatest simcha in the world is when you matir yourself, when you allow yourself to live with the fact that you never know. When we daven for the Beis HaMikdash to come down, we're davening for Yom Shekulo Shabbos, Yom Shekulo Hataras Esrechas, until that great day comes when there'll be no doubt how much Hashem loves us. We should tune into the fact to be matir the suffix in our lives. Listen, tonight it has to be, whenever you think it's high, you have to go 50 million miles deeper. Please, tonight I'm begging you, please do not hold back. We have to reach Yerushalayim tonight. We just have to reach it. It's not going to work any other way. Right? Let's go. Before we dance one last time, I want you all to please give a big Yisher Koach. I have a lot of friends I haven't seen in a long time that are here tonight, but I want you all to give a big Yisher Koach to my dear friend Sarah, who's right over here, who made it out tonight. Thank you so much. We miss you back home. B'ezrat Hashem, it's the last time I ever see you here. We'll be back there. And that's true about everyone here, but specifically
Amen.
And so before we say goodnight, for now, no, it's a Shlomo Yurtzeit night. Come on. Baby, Everyone knows these are the original words. And Reb Shlomo wrote B'Shem Hashem. He wrote it after the 6 million. Zaydim Helitzuni Ad Me'od. There are all these different forms of subhuman beings like the Germans. Helitzuni Ad Me'od. They made so much fun of me. They looked at my payas. They looked at my yarmulke. They laughed in my face. But for some reason, that had nothing to do with taking me away from your Torah. So really, this niggun originally is really for the 6 million. David HaMelech says, "Mitoratcha lo natiti," no matter what, I never left your Torah. Bring all the people in the world that laugh at my fire for Yiddishkeit. They got nothing on me. Nothing.
Did I
There's no greater simcha when you just accept that's what Ribono Shel Olam had in mind when he created this world. And you let yourself live with spekas. Ein simcha ka'ataras spekas. The greatest simcha in the world is when you matir yourself, when you allow yourself to live with the fact that you never know. When we daven for the Beis HaMikdash to come down, we're davening for Yom Shekula Shabbos, Yom Shekula Hataras Esrechas. Until that great day comes when there'll be no doubt how much Hashem loves us, we should tune into the fact to be matir the suffix in our lives. Listen, tonight it has to be, whenever you think it's high, you have to go 50 million miles deeper. Please, tonight I'm begging you, please do not hold back. We have to reach Yushalayim tonight. We just have to reach it. It's not going to work any other way. Right? Let's go. And Chaver, before we dance one last time, I want you all to please give a big Yisher Koach. I have a lot of friends I haven't seen in a long time that are here tonight, but I want you all to give a big Yisher Koach to my dear friend Sarah, who's right over here, who made it out tonight. Thank you so much. We miss you back home. B'ezrat Hashem, it's the last time I ever see you here. We'll be back there. And that's true about everyone here, but specifically
Amen.
So before we say goodnight, for now, no, it's a Shlomo Yurtzeit night. Come on. Baby everyone knows these are the original words. And Reb Shlomo wrote B'Shem Hashem. He wrote it after the 6 million. Zaydim Helitzoni Ad Me'od. There are all these different forms of subhuman beings like the Germans. Helitzoni Ad Me'od. They made so much fun of me. They looked at my payas. They looked at my yarmulke. They laughed in my face. But for some reason, that had nothing to do with taking me away from your Torah. So really, this neighbor originally is really for the 6 million. David HaMelech says, "Mitoratcha lo natiti," no matter what, I never left your Torah. Bring all the people in the world that laugh at my fire for Yiddishkeit. They got nothing on me. Nothing. Please give a big thank you to this beautiful, wonderful Kehilas, Chevras, Ohavei, Avas, Chevra, Avas Yisrael. Unbelievable. I want you once again to thank my dear friend Shaya Lieber on percussion over here. And each and every one of you. I want to end with Kishka's what's left to share. So one of the things Reb Shlomo was ridiculed for, and he said this, was that he never told people what to do. If you came and asked him a question, what should I do? He wouldn't tell you. And he said, I'm very conscious of the fact that I don't tell people what to do, because what? He believed, he said, that every single person knows what to do. All he tries to do is to makasher, is to connect people to their own neshama so that they can be owners of their own decisions. Because deep down inside, you think God created a world, created people, but people don't know what to do. We have so many questions and so many shadows. I have another whacked out theory that when the Rebbeinu Shalom thought about creating human beings, they showed him. The Malachim showed many different versions. And they showed God a world post 6 million. When it'd be impossible to think that God could care about you. And the shir last night we were talking about this concept of why do we think that the Rebbeinu Shalom still cares about us after everything we've been through? After 6 million? After so many wars? After so many stabbings? Friends, I want you to know, I found myself, I arrived, I have Shabbos, Thursday, in Toronto, waiting for my luggage. Got the luggage, went outside the airport, waited for someone to come pick me up, and I found myself, without even realizing it, naturally gravitating towards a wall to make sure I could put my back against the wall, so that no one could come from behind. And then I started looking and checking every single person that was coming my way from the radius that I had, from the angles that I had. Is this how we're naturally thinking now? The last few hours before I went to the airport, I spent the afternoon rock-proofing my car, right next door to where the stabbing was today, in the Tachanat Delek, in the gas station in Tzomet Agush. Why do we think that God still loves us? That's what Reb Shlomo did, and all the tzaddikim did. What Reb Shlomo did is that he took you to that place of beyond reason. That place that you cannot explain why you feel what you feel. And further, you don't have answers to your questions. But when you get wrapped up in what he was all about, which wasn't about him, this is not about Reb Shlomo to me. He doesn't need us to do anything for him. He doesn't need anything. He's not in this world. We need us to be us. Through his spirit, we have the best chance in the world to figuring out what the Ribono Shel Olam has in mind for each and every one of us. In the last summer of his life, he was asked during a shir in Chodesh Av, near CAY in Yerushalayim. He was asked the following thing, and with this, we'll go home for one more strong dance. He was asked by a woman named Yael Taubman. He was asked, Shlomo, who would you go to today to ask what to do in this world? Which tzaddik would you go to ask him, what are we supposed to do? It was already craziness in Yurtzeit. It was the summer of 1994. And he turned to Yael and he said, I'm sorry, there's no one. I can't think of anyone. And then 45 minutes later, towards the end of Shir, he went back to her, he said, Yael, I'm sorry. It's not true what I said. There is one person I'd go to today and ask him how to walk the streets of the world. Who? He said Rav Kook, the first chief rabbi, Kohen, Rav Avraham Yitzchak Kohen Kook. And Reb Shlomo said the following about Rav Kook. That one time he wrote a letter to his son, Tzvi Yehuda, He told him, he said, you're going to go out into the world and you're going to meet a lot of people who are, so to speak, speaking in the name of God when they talk. He said, but you know what the problem is? When they talk about God, they make God seem so irrelevant and so small and so little. We just read in Ha'azinu, it says, Ki Shem Hashem Ekra Havu Godel Elokeinu. Rav Kook says, Ki Shem Hashem Ekra, when you call out and speak in the name of God, you're supposed to bring Godel Elokeinu. You're supposed to make God seem much bigger than whatever you thought a second before. You say, you know what the problem is? There's so many people walking the streets of the world, so to speak, speaking in the name of God. Ki Shem Hashem Ekra Havu Katnos Lelokeinu. They make God seem so small. I don't have to tell you the few conversations I've had with many of you in this room, is that all of us suffered from that. Meeting people that they did speak B'Shem Hashem, and they make God seem so little. You know when that, like, another famous poet once said, that when it hits, you feel no pain. You know when a niggun hits you, smacks you so deep. When a word hits you in the kishkas, you know, this is it. I found my home. I give you a bracha, give me a bracha back. That's the real us. That is the real me. That's the real you. Not that person that walks around with the speakers afterwards. Wonders, who's the real me? Is it the guy that parties all the time, or is it the guy that wants to daven all day long? That's the real you. That's the Vayera El of Hashem, not even saying a word, just being in the presence of God. That's what it is. But we need Malachim to come and visit us sometimes and tell us good news. So we should be blessed. Hashem should have infinite Rahmanas on us. And we should hear the calling that we in our hearts know what to do. We all belong in Yerushalayim. We all belong with the Torah Kedosha. We all belong in a place where we treat our neshamas what it deserves. Lachzos b'noam Hashem, u'levaker b'echala. To feel at home with the Torah. To feel at home with Hashem. And most of all, to feel at home with ourselves when there's no one around. To feel at home with yourself, well, what a bracha. Thank you so much for making it a night that will carry for Be'ez Hashem a long time. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, everyone.